So this is one of my favorite parts of being an indie game developer. You see all this crap out. We got the toolkit running on everything. We're getting ready for a group picture on Facebook to appease all of our collective narcissistic complexes. What are you telling me? It's the best part.
That's the reason we do it.
That is the reason we do it. Look at all that. Look at all that. I'm just gonna bask in the achievement, gentlemen.
Oh, here, we'll just put the
This is it.
So for the past 2 years, I mean, we've all been really busy with work, school, women problems, things like that, and we've all just drifted apart.
The team has been through a lot of ups and downs with relationship type things and getting through school. We've all been going through college.
What had originally been something we would all look forward to on the weekends, developing, creating a project together, it really just became another job for me. I graduated, I already do this for a living. I don't need a second job. It lost the magic.
We had guys that were struggling through relationship problems or in school. We just weren't connected very well.
So I spent less and less time working on the toolkits. I just moved into an apartment on my own, and well, I guess I lost sight of what was important to me.
We're not 12 anymore, bitches.
Marcel told me to grab something for later.
You guys don't actually think there's asswipe in Marcel's apartment, do you?
So, here we are at Marcel's place. Got all of our supplies. We're ready to begin deving.
It's been over a year and a half since we've all gotten together to do this shit. Probably forgot how to do it.
I'm guessing Marcel's still asleep.
I'm sure he's still asleep. Alright, 20 bucks right now, Marcel's still
Or
asleep.
StarCraft 1 and 2.
Both.
I mean, we all started hanging out together again, and we all had that fire. I mean, like, we would sit down and just playing games. We would inadvertently begin designing games again, begin talking about implementations and things like that.
The main thing that brought everyone back together, I think, is this right here, because for the longest time we didn't really have a place to go. Studio Vorbis was gone. It was being reconstructed, still being reconstructed. And now that we've been able to meet at Studio Parks, which yes is my parents' basement, but anyways.
No matter what changes in life, we all have this passion, this drive that brings us together. And I think finally getting back together with everybody and seeing that we all still had the fire really rekindled everything.
Alright, so tonight we're inhabiting James and Jared's basement. We're gonna do some toolkit deving. And Tyler's over here doing some useful stuff.
Building a goddamn level.
Brooding in the corner. So, tonight we have a very special treat. It's very rare that we get to test the toolkit on all of the platforms that it supports, but we have all three of them here.
On the same TV also.
On the same TV because we are that nerdy.
So I'm going to launch the toolkit really quick on Linux. I'm not sure what it's going to look like.
That's a terrible idea. It's going to look like shit.
Usually bad.
And what do you know? It looks like shit. The default window size is shit. The default proportions, this is like tiny. This is like 10 times the size. This is supposed to be grayed out. That is grayed out.
Hey, if all your areas and levels are like 2 characters, then hey, you might be able to use this. Probably not.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see what happens when you open it. Project.
Still kind of crappy. Let's see, drag this out.
It still looks like shit. And it crashed. Alright.
Let's test launch 2 on the PC. So, let's look at the toolkit real quick.
Dude, Windows is not going to fail us. I have
hope
too much
not.
faith in Bill
I hope
Gates. This
not.
shit's going to work.
Linux decided
Not to mention, I've been doing all of my development on this shit on Windows, so if it doesn't work, that's going to look really bad.
Load. Oh, here we go. At least it's the same size as the whole TV here.
Yeah, we probably need to fix this default proportion, but other than that...
Here's Toolkit Test Part 3. We're running on the Mac. It definitely looks a lot brighter.
Of course, the Mac, the default proportions are perfect. Everything's nice and grayed out. Everything looks good. It's all responsive. For some weird reason, the Mac build is actually a superior one. I had nothing to do with this.
I would not have guessed that.
I'm not okay with this.
I think the state of the toolkit when we picked it back up can best be summed up in one word: shit. It ran on 3 operating systems, and I use ran loosely. It opened, but it had its own load times, its own issues, its own layout problems on each one.
So Falco added OpenGL support for the
Which
build.
made everything run 1,000,000 times better and is pristine in every way.
So he claims.
Except for on his PC.
Look at this artifacting. Like, it doesn't draw the selection, it just reset me.
Okay, first of all...
So this is what you're bitching about.
Yes.
No, first of all, let me get off Facebook, but it runs like a dream on the MacBook. So check it out. Tiles. Actually, let me switch to the active layer. Tiles, look, they render perfectly. I don't know what the fuck he's even bitching about. It works fine.
I don't know. It doesn't look very good over
I
here.
think Windows 7's just failing.
Well, we're talking about Windows here.
Fine, I'll go work on it.
Like, honestly, it was easier for me to go and edit text files for levels, edit text files for entities, rip sprites using MS Paint, and things like that. It was easier for me to avoid using the toolkit at all costs.
I think without a doubt, it was very evident to the entire team that if we ever wanted this project to go anywhere, we had to work on the goddamn toolkit. I mean, it's the entry point for artists, for musicians, for scripters, for level design.
When looking at the toolkit for the first time, I've never worked on a project or with software that has that much code. Whether, you know, part of it's REST or not, it's just a lot to look at. So I had to sit down with Marcel and we talked it out, and I kind of diagrammed out the things that I understood. I still don't know half the stuff that goes on the engine, but whatever, it works, it's cool. But when I started looking at the toolkit and actually started making my own edits, a lot of things, a lot of code didn't even need to be there. We cut away a lot of the extraneous stuff that wasn't being used, a lot of the UI elements that were badly designed or not functional.
Because we'll show tiles there too, not just game objects, so it's whatever you select.
Anything that you It's better than Inspector.
Oh, it's way better.
Okay, but look, all these are dockable, so not like docking, like, well, I won't even say it. But, all right, look, Tyler,
kind of the new dock.
Okay, yeah, the new dock. All right, look, all these can do
I got
fancy built-in crap, and you can drag them around whatever. So, like, an artist is like, well, you know what? I want my sheet to be over. We tried to modularize the views at the beginning, and just figure out, okay, what are the definite functional 100% functional modules that people work in, and then actually dropping into each module and saying, okay, this module's for the sheets. What does that need to have in it? And so trying to make sure that the stuff that's in the modules made sense, and then after that it was really just like taking that, trying to concept out just the way it looked. And that's kind of a paradigm that we're going with now. As we extend and add extra functionality, we compartmentalize each thing into a view.
Alright, Dick Magnet, has the toolkit built yet?
It just built, like, not even. Let's see.
Alright, open it up, open it up. I've been working on this all night, actually all week, and it hasn't worked yet, so. Okay, select something. Let's see if it actually renders it correctly. Did you do a rebuild all?
Yeah.
God fucking, alright, cut.
I think what I really bring to the table when working with the toolkit right now is really playing with it, seeing what works, what doesn't, what crashes, what little bugs here and there. I mean, you fix one thing, it might break something else. You know, and you sit there and play with it. I've probably been the one that's used it the most.
All right, James. I know what you're working on over here. You want to tell the world what you're working on?
Yeah, we've just been messing around with some of the icons, the OS X's, you know, Windows, Unix.
And the more important ones?
The Dreamcast. So
Let's see.
there it is right there, but it'll be thrown into our...
Oh my God,
So
yes.
So
Come on, focus, camera. Oh, that's going to be so sexy. So yeah, you're going to be able to push play and play it on the Dreamcast from the toolkit.
Let's see, hold on. You'll be able to push play and do this. You'll be able to invoke which one you want.
Yeah, so you push the play button, you'll be able to pick which platform you want to play Elysian Shadows on.
So I'm looking at some of Predum's new tiles and objects, and although he made a giant progress in...
So yeah, the blue is his old stuff, right?
Yep, blues is old
Blues
stuff,
is
orange
old.
is new. However, none of the new stuff is
New.
actually textured, so I'm spending a little bit of time.
Yeah, so see the frames there versus there? It's plainer there. But the actual architecture is what he fixed, right?
Yeah, the architecture is entirely different, which gives us a lot of variety and flexibility.
To make crazy structures, which speaking of
Absolutely
which, are you
crazy.
making crazy structure yet that you can show the camera?
Crazy structures, look at this.
Well, that just looks like shit.
Well, this is the most recent build of the toolkit, so I don't know what to tell you.
Alright, we need to cut because you're not supposed to be showing them how much I fucked up the toolkit yet. Alright, James, we're looking at the new OpenGL button.
Yeah. This button will be able to toggle back off OpenGL and no OpenGL because we're having problems in some of the OSs running
With hardware acceleration.
Yeah, right. So we've been trying to adapt all of our menu buttons here and go ahead and build them onto the toolkit.
Yeah, there's the toolbar. There we go. GL button. So where's the concept you got that from? Look how sexy that is.
Oh, yeah.
GL.
Well, that's just OpenGL's
Yeah.
thing, so we kind of have their little crescent moon in there, and then I just left the GL,
So yeah, that button's going to toggle on and off hardware acceleration in the toolkit.
Right.
And
And Jared's been
then,
putting
yeah,
it in
Jared
tonight.
here is coding up the actual toolbar for that. Well. Alright, is my shit done building it?
Your shit is pristine.
My shit is pristine. Alright, select something. Well, looks like Tyler's laptop finally decided to play nice. Look at that. Look at that. It's actually updating. So, this is no OpenGL hardware acceleration, right?
I didn't change anything. I just
On an Intel graphics card on Tyler's PC, Windows 7.
there was a lot that would work on Windows or not work here, or would work on laptops, but you know would not work.
We
on Windows.
literally made like a giant checklist, and it wasn't even one-dimensional or two-dimensional. It was, okay, we have every operating system, and then we also had to have, okay, how does it work with OpenGL? How does it work without OpenGL? And I think between the two of us, we really found a lot of those inconsistencies, and I guess you could say hammered them out, because that shit's unacceptable. Alright, so Jared over here is actually coding up the toolbar.
Yeah, check this out. So, here, I'll bring it up. Here's the picture James has got me to work with. And here's me adding the buttons.
Wait, this is James's...
This that's a concept. I hadn't thrown it out on the forums yet.
Oh, okay.
That isn't there, but
Right. And then this is the actual...
as you can see, I'm trying to get the drop down for selecting whatever platform you're invoking, but I missed it and it's sitting on top of the other buttons right now. It's in the wrong. So,
oh, I noticed you got the vertical dividers going on there.
actually, I figured out how to add those in Designer. So
Well,
lack of documentation.
just learning everything tonight.
Pretty much.
Valco, you need to come look at this. This is completely unacceptable.
Dude, he's bitching about the load time.
The load times in the toolkit,
There are no load times in the fucking toolkit.
look at this.
He's on Windows,
Look at this.
okay? Just because it runs like shit over there are no load times over here.
It's not even running. It's not responding.
How long has it been sitting there?
About 3 minutes.
Oh,
Okay, there we go. Now watch. Let me try and load a level. What? Well.
Final Fantasy. Oh, there it is.
Quit responding. Alright, watch this. Look,
Not
file.
responding.
I went to file, open project. Okay, project. Choose project. 1000. Oh, what's that? Less than a second? Look, load any level instantly. I don't know what the fuck his problem is.
Hold up. Mac.
Book Pro, what is this? Does that have anything to do with it?
This is a Windows 7.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Load times are something I cannot fucking deal with. I've been writing drivers. I've been doing low-level development my entire life. I cannot handle my code not being optimized. My ego can't take that, you know? So that's something that would eat away at my soul. I'm like, God damn it, there can't be load times in this toolkit.
All right, what are we looking at?
So that would be like, so this is that would be the little button.
Jesus.
That would be like your little sheet manager.
That
so that's
looks
just
really good.
That's when you hover over, and then that's just standing in.
Oh, you want the freaking collapsibles. Yeah.
No, you don't have it. It can just look like that. It doesn't even have to be collapsible. You just put the little arrow.
That's Photoshop, right?
Yeah.
He's prototyping in Photoshop.
Well, see, if you notice, look how similar it
just
looks
be like
to
a play
Photoshop.
button.
I tried to make it like, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
let's do it artist-like. Cause, I mean, I don't know. It seems really familiar.
Maybe Photoshop should get a play button that translates that into QT. That'd be really nice.
That would be
So I don't have to design any of this crap.
Alright, so after I finished fixed rendering on every single platform here perfectly, turns out Dandy McGee, one of our web developers, it's still fucked on his computer. So Tyler here is setting up a remote login session to his Windows 7 box, and we're about to do some long distance debugging.
remote debuggery.
Remote debugging. You can tell I'm super excited to do all this shit. Not at all.
So it's 1:30 in the morning, and we're currently remoted into Danny McGee's computer because he's having some issues with
His
the newest
piece of
build
shit.
of the toolkit.
Okay, so we've tested my new selection thing on every single platform here, and it works perfectly fine. We submit the update to the repository. He does a git pull. Apparently, he says it doesn't work, and I don't believe it. I say it's bullshit. We've been debugging it for a couple hours. I remote login. Okay, check it out. So, I select some tiles. Oh, look, I don't see the tile selection. I wonder why. Because I'm not even looking at that layer. You enable that layer. Oh, look, my tiles are actually there. It works. We've been debugging this for like 2 hours, and it works.
Working as intended, though.
At least it works. Alright. Show the camera what you just showed me.
Alright, okay, well, it's on here, so look. So, everything that's in the file, like the main menu toolbar and then the Q toolbar, are all actions.
Right.
Which is a Qt thing. But within the designer, you cannot specify actions that are mutually exclusive, so you can create an actions group. So that's what I've done here with the platform that you want to invoke the engine on.
Oh my god, that is
So
so
you can only
sexy.
select
That
one at a
is
time.
so sexy.
And then it changes whatever the active one is. I don't know what this is doing.
And then you'll push
Defaults
play.
the mix.
Oh my god.
But then you would push play, runs on Dreamcast. Push play, runs on iOS. Push play, Unix.
Dude, your guys' UI stuff is giving me a boner. I'm not gonna lie.
When they made it to that point, I suddenly saw a toolkit that was actually stable and ready to go. Didn't have a lot of the features I would like to see in the future, but it was incredibly stable. It was usable, and that was a significant stepping stone for the project.